What's up, YouTube? Happy Friday. Welcome to the Trumpet Dungeon. I'm Jonathan, your host, and this is Donalds Trumpets Vintage Horns. Did he say what I think he just said? Yes, I did. Donalds Trumpets. But wait, don't run away just yet. This is not about politics. This is about brass and brass alone. Real quick story. My dad, when he passed, God rest his soul, left me a lot of really cool vintage horns. So I created this channel in his honor to catalog each one of these beautiful axes before they were released back into the wild to do some damage. So welcome to my channel. If you like vintage horns, you've come to the right place. Make sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And that way you can catch all the videos as they're released. Some of these are going on the market, so if you find a video with a trumpet you like, you want to stay in tune because, hey, when it's gone, it's gone. So thanks for subscribing. Thanks for stopping by. We'll be releasing quite a bit of content in the future, as you can see behind me. And what a cool journey it's been. I've been playing trumpet for about 6 months now. Can you believe that? 6 months. And loving the journey, every bit of it. Ironically, my entire life, I didn't care anything about brass. In fact, the only time I would touch a trumpet was to take it to the pawn shop. Sorry, Dad. But now, something miraculous happened. When my father passed, which was a very sad event, it was as if his enthusiasm, his passion for the instrument was transferred to me. I'm loving the journey, just diving in deep. So what are we looking at today? Well, if you've read the title, congratulations. But this is a RESNO tempered bell. This is by Benge, and this is actually a Los Angeles model. If you're familiar with Benge, they started in Chicago and moved on to LA and I think Burbank as well, California, later on. Beautiful trumpet. One of my first impressions when I picked this horn up was how lightweight it is. I'm going to change it up today too. I've been comparing all these instruments typically to my daily Martin committee, but instead we're going to have some Los Angeles contenders. With me I have a much heavier Los Angeles pinky ringed Olds Ambassador. This is my daily horn. This is the one, I've talked about it briefly in other videos, but the whole trumpet was like this brown color. And I would have kept it that way, but my hand smelled after I played it, so I gave it a brush finish. I love this horn. I'm proud of myself. This is the first kind of project I did, and just a beautiful horn overall. So we'll definitely compare that and see what we think. But as far as this trumpet is concerned, it's a beautifully made trumpet. I just, like I said, I love how lightweight it is. These horns, it's got a lot of the typical stuff you would see on any higher level instrument with your first valve slides. It's got the interlocking slide mechanism for your for your third valve. So that I like a lot. Everything is responsive on this trumpet. All the slides and valves move, all the caps come off. These valves on this horn though are a little bit worn, I will say. I'll pull it up, see if we can see it here. Well, I take it back on that one. That one looks pretty good. But I did see one earlier when I was putting some oil in here that had some wear to it. Yeah, see, like that. So you can see the wear to it. It's just down to the brass. It doesn't look terrible, but I mean that is definitely worn. So I found too though sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to affect the playability of the trumpet. It may affect long-term life. I don't know. I haven't been doing this long enough to know. But one thing I can tell you is that it still works. And it's a great trumpet. Beautiful, beautiful looking trumpet. But I have not really played it, and as I said earlier, I'm 6 months into this and haven't warmed up, and it's early, so we'll jump in, we'll play a few notes, get your impressions on it. By the way, this is a 19,000 serial number, so this would put this at about mid-70s, I would guess, mid-70s. My Olds Ambassador is 45,666, believe it or not, 666, so that one would put it at 1950. So we have a 25-year approximate age gap between the two horns, but let's see which one we like better. If you've been watching any of the past videos, Chris Bodie has been the artist of choice that I've been playing songs with. Love his tone. I am not going to purport to be a good player. This channel is not about my skills, but it's about the trumpets. And it's about the community. So without further ado, let's jump in and let's see what we got. By the way, I'm playing on a Dennis Wick 4B as in Bravo mouthpiece. And can't blow in the horn. What the heck? Isn't that funny? I had it ready to go and then I take some valves out and put it back in. There we go. All right, let's do this now. All right, let's do it. Let's try that again. Was that my failures or is that the upper register on this? Having trouble with accuracy on some of those notes. Very responsive horn, very lightweight. Let's jump in on the Ambassador, see what we think. Sound like a dying cow. All right, one more time. I'm gonna play some of those higher notes towards the end of the song. So I'm having a challenge. I know the old Ambassador is definitely louder. I can tell you that. I think this is a little bit brighter though. Which one would I choose? Well, I have to tell you, when I weigh everything on the table, the Benge is going to cost more than the old Ambassador. The Benge is, I think, a little bit more common than those pinky ringed LA versions of the Ambassador. I would go with the Ambassador, honestly, and it's hard to tell if it's because I have the emotional capital invested in it or what, I don't know. I do know that I would like to keep me one of these Benge trumpets. I do like it. It's very nice. Like I said, super lightweight. So it handles the upper register well. But yeah, you know, when you look at it apples to apples, which is hard because the old Ambassador is a student level trumpet. This would be probably more geared towards the professional level. They're not in the same class, but ironically, today's Los Angeles winner is the old Ambassador. Go figure. Oh, I love the way these valves feel too. This one has a little bit of a shorter stroke to it, beefier buttons compared to the Ambassador. But one of the things I liked about this dog when I first picked it up was the valve action. It just feels phenomenal. Much heavier. The old Ambassador is definitely much heavier than this trumpet. But there you go, folks. Take a look. This one will be listed at some point. Like I said, great trumpet. If you like Benge, you can't go wrong. But I just happened to pick the Ambassador today. Go figure. So thanks again. If you made it this far, you love Jonathan or you love trumpets, and I'm going to guess you love trumpets. So make sure to click that subscribe button. Booyah! Thanks for stopping by. Have a happy weekend.